Here we go, fam. Here we go. And the winner is... Hey fam, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc.com, coming to you with your No Frills American Idol commentary from a singer, and it is the Idol finale results show that I'm gonna get to. This was a long show, let me tell y'all. I should just tell y'all who won and just cut it off right there and be done with it. But I'm not going to do it because more than likely, if you're watching me, you already know who won. So tell me down in the comments if you are happy with the winner, your new American Idol. I'm going to tell you real quick, as quickly as I can, what happened during the show. We started out with the top 10 singing Glad You Came by The Wanted. Of course, I got to pimp out my videos of The Wanted. It's our Anton. I'll post a link somewhere and probably in the description box. Check it out. Okay. This looked pretty good with them in white and the dancers in black. It looked like a few mics were off because a few people were riffing away, but there was no sound. Like I saw Curtis riffing, no sound. Somebody else was riffing, there was no sound. Okay, whatever. Did Ryan go home last night? And the reason I asked that is because it looked like he wore the tux from last night. So I don't know if he was partying all night or not. It's so cute to me. Every time Candice and Kree are introduced together, they're hand in hand or arm in arm, and Ryan called them besties. That's so nice. The band Perry performed Done, and they worked them stairs in the beginning, and I liked her voice. The woman who the leads, I don't know her name, but I really liked her voice. I don't know if I've heard them before. Then Janelle Arthur joined them, and I wrote looking like Lauren Elena. She joined them on stage, unannounced, and the girls did some headbanging to a violin solo. I mean, the whole performance was kind of hot. It was really kind of hot. Then they did a nice spoof called Sabotaged. That was pretty funny. You gotta watch it. They had a surprise ending and all that. The top 5 guys performed a Frankie Valli medley, and he joined them on stage. I was surprised that they put Lazaro in the beginning. I'm typing this, I'm going along, right? He started off in the middle of the guys, you know, which is usually the focal point. That's the focus. But then they switched off, and Curtis was there and blah blah blah. So yeah, whatever. And he was also touching people's hands and stuff. You know, a lot of the audience reach out and everything, and he's touching people's hands. Nobody else was doing it, just him. Even when Frankie Valli was in front of him and they were in back, he's reaching out to people and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, boy, you not the star right now. You ain't there on this. Oh Lord, I hope they get to work on the choreography for this though, if they plan to do it on the tour, because they were so out of sync. They just were not together most of the time. Mariah Carey then performed a medley of her biggest hits, and this came in so strange from the commercial. I thought something was wrong with me or my TV. I don't know why. I could have been sleeping or something and woke up and it came in. I don't know what was going on. Was she singing live? Y'all know she wasn't singing live. The vocal sounded so clean and crisp with no changes when she was pulling back and forth off the mic. If you guys don't know the difference, let me tell you. Watch Aretha Franklin singing it, when she did it later on, and Mariah singing, and you could tell the difference. When that mic moves, there's a sound change, okay? There was no sound change no matter what she did with that mic. I wrote, she looked gorgeous in that mermaid-shaped dress, and Randy was on bass for the performance. Then Amber Holcomb performed Next to Me by Emile Sande, and it was so good to see Amber and Emily joined her on stage after she sang like half a verse. But someone said that Amber was complaining about performing with somebody on Twitter or something like that, and I don't know if it had anything to do with this, and I didn't see the tweet, so I don't know. You guys tell me if you saw anything about it, because y'all be watching Twitter and stuff like that more than I do. Keith was grooving in his seat for every performance, and this one was no different, and I absolutely loved it. Such excitement. Emily had such a great energy and was trying to play with Amber, but just grooving during the performance and having fun. Amber not so much, you know, she was just kind of serious. Yeah, she's a little stiff for me, but you know, she sounded okay, right? But she need to be watching Emily, because Emily knows how to do this thing, and she was really giving you performer, star, you know, all that good stuff, and really doing her performance. Then we got a recap of the Ford Fiesta missions, and the girls got to introduce their hometown mentors. Candice chose their grandma, and Kree chose Misa. And they invited them to the finale. Then they presented them with the brand new Ford Fiestas. And next up, baby, we got side performing Gentleman. He is so funny. I was smiling the whole time, and the girls swinging them hips. All right, that was sexy. I wrote too much A's in sexy on the stage right now. Keith Urban then premiered his new single, Little Bit of Everything, and I think I said this the last time he performed on the show, but I really love the way he moves and his total abandon to the music, you know, and his emotions of his performance and everything. He just gets all into it. It's really electric. Candice then performed Inseparable by Natalie and Jennifer Hudson joined her from the top of the staircase, walked down, singing, didn't miss a beat, and this duet was really amazing and so sweet the way they shared and each really shined in their own way. Candice really broke it down a few times with her jazzy riffs, and they both wailed away on the harmony parts, the big loud parts. I thought it was a great blend. Incredible performance. They both just shined. They really shined. They tore it down. Then Angie Miller sang Titanium, David Guetta featuring Sia, and she started out playing the piano, and almost immediately we saw Adam Lambert, and he, you know, was standing at the piano. The funny thing to me was the crowd started screaming once we saw him on camera, and I'm like, why did they wait to start screaming? Because they had to see him right away, right? So they didn't start screaming until we saw him on camera. Yeah, is that cue cards or what? What was going on right there? I know some stuff is scripted on the show, but that was just strange to me. This was pretty intense between the two of them, but it was good vocals. Then Adam announced Jessie J, and she started singing Domino way up out in the middle of the crowd somewhere and walked up onto the stage to join Angie, and Adam was nowhere to be seen. So we got the clips with the contestants talking about the judges, and that ending was kind of funny too. Then Kree Harrison performed Where the Blacktop Ends with Randy Jackson, Keith Urban, and Travis Barker, and I think Ray Chu was playing on the piano, right? I was about to forget whoever that was, but okay, let's keep on going. Keith also sang on the song with her while Ryan sat between Mariah and Nikki to keep them apart, you know? And that's what it looked like, keep them from killing each other. Then they did a commemorative Randy Jackson with all the clips from back in the beginning of the show. He's leaving, naturally we saw. Now this is the thing, I keep hearing rumors that everybody is being replaced, but the only person that they said was leaving definitely is Randy Jackson. So I think they would have said goodbye to anybody else who was definitely leaving at this point. So I don't think that, you know, there's anything, I think things are still up in the work contract stuff and all that good stuff is still going on. Then Aretha Franklin joined the show via Skype and sang a medley with the girls, but she was in her studio and they were on the stage. And this was, I wrote, this was interesting. And it was because she was singing on the screen, they were singing on the stage, and everything was in sync so perfectly together. Both bands were playing. I mean, my heart was like seriously beating like so hard because I was like, it was just the technology of it. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I don't know if you guys might have seen it before. I had never seen that before. I was just like, oh my, or I never noticed that I saw it before maybe. But I was like, oh my God, this is working perfectly in sync. And they're like, it was blowing my mind, okay, and of course Aretha was killing her vocal. She sang her face off, you know what I'm saying, but we didn't get to see a lot. The girls just did back there doing doo-wops and background and stuff. She did the whole performance and she tore it up. Then Ryan announced online auditions opening up tonight for Idol, and Ryan gave the two finalists keys to their new Ford Escapes. Next, Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull performed their new single, Live It Up, and I wrote she really got the pimp spot of the show and used it well. The song was okay, but the staging, the choreography, the costumes took this performance over the top for me. They sweat for the people on the show. I mean, they sweated for them people up on that show. Let me tell you, they was twirling, doing their thing, okay? Then, just when I thought we were going to get results, Candice and Kree sang another medley. I wrote, they wearing me out. They sounded good together and this was kind of sweet, but I'm ready for the results. Finally we get the results, and the winner is, say it with me, Candice Glover. Oh yeah, baby, I went crazy. Of course, I did a reaction video. That's going to be on my Robert Anton Vlogs channel if you want to check that out. It might be attached here, or I might link it or something like that. But anyway, it's going to be on my other channel. I am so happy. I couldn't be happy. I'm like a pig in slot right now, y'all. I could not be happier. Congratulations, Candice, and also congratulations to Kree, because Kree did so wonderful, and they're both stars, and I hope they're both going to be superstars. Ryan announced that you can pre-order for the first time Candice's album on iTunes starting tonight. Tell me if you guys pre-ordered it or not. And she sang her new single, I Am Beautiful. And I wrote she was crying all the way through this. It was so emotional. And at one time she had to pull some stuff out of her mouth because the confetti and the stuff was all flying and but oh my God, it was just, I'm out. Peace. Then they did a commemorative. I would ask, I was like, okay. All right, bye bye. Bye bye.